Sailing is the sport in which sailors compete in sailboat races, managing the force of the wind on the sails. Powered only by the wind, the athletes must sail the identical boats around a course marked out by buoys. There are 10 different sailing events in the Summer Olympic Games, divided in 8 different classes, according to the kind of boat used.
Diving is a sport in which divers jump from a springboard or a platform into the water while performing acrobatics such as somersaults and twists. There are 6 different groups or types of dive: forward, back, reverse, inward, twist, and armstand. In a competition, divers may perform dives from different groups. In synchronized diving, 2 divers perform identical dives at the same time. In high diving, divers jump from cliffs or high platforms. High dive is not an event at the Olympic Games.
Synchronized swimming is a mix of swimming, dance, and gymnastics. It consists of swimmers performing a synchronized routine of moves in the water accompanied by music. Swimmers must desynchronize both to each other and to the music, and they can never touch the bottom of the swimming pool. Synchronized swimming is both an individual and team sport because it can be performed in solos, duets, trios, or teams.
Water polo is a team water sport. 2 teams play a match that has 4 periods called quarters. Each team has 6 field players and 1 goalkeeper. Water polo players need to be good at swimming because they must keep floating during the game. They may not stand on the bottom of the pool.
Canoes and kayaks are 2 styles of small boats used in a competition of canoeing, which involves paddling the boat with a single-bladed paddle. Canoes can be used by 1 or 2 canoers, and kayaks can have a crew of 1, 2, or 4 kayakers. The name of each event depends on the kind of boat and the number of athletes on it. For example, C1 is a canoe singles event and K2 is a kayak doubles event. There are 2 disciplines of canoeing in Olympic competitions: slalom and sprint.
Rowing is a sport in which athletes move a boat forward as fast as possible by using oars. There are different types of rowing competition, depending on the number of oars, 1 or 2 per rower, how many people are in the boat, singles, doubles or pairs, fours or quads and eights. and if they have a person who directs the rowers, coxed or not coxless. In rowing, each rower uses only one oar, and both hands are on that oar. Because of that, the number of rowers in the boat must be even, with the same number on each side, or they would just go round in circles. Sculling is a rowing competition in which each rower uses 2 oars or sculls, one in each hand. Equestrian is a horse riding sport with 3 types of events. Jumping is a competition in which riders make the horses jump over fences. Scoring is based on the time elapsed and on the number of obstacles cleared without knockdowns. Dressage is a highly skilled form of riding. Horse and rider are expected to perform from memory a series of predetermined movements that involve a lot of training. Eventing is a competition that combines dressage, cross-country, and jumping.
Fence is a sport in which 2 competitors fight using swords. The aim is to win points by hitting the opponent's target area. In this sport, there are 3 kinds of weapon: foil, saber, and épée.
Modern pentathlon is a sport contest that involves 5 very different events: shooting, fencing, swimming, equestrian jumping, and running. The first pentathlon competition took place in ancient Greece and was part of the ancient Olympic Games. Modern pentathlon was invented by Baron Pierre de Coubertin.
Badminton is a sport played by 2 people or 2 pairs. They use the rackets to hit a shuttlecock over a net. Every time the shuttlecock hits the opponent's floor, the player or pair scores 1 point. The first player or pair to reach 21 points wins the game. Taekwondo is a martial art of Korean origin, similar to the Japanese karate. It's based on the use of the hands and feet in order to attack or to be defended from an opponent. It was a demonstration sport in the Olympic Games of Seoul 1988 and Barcelona 1992. It has been an Olympic sport since the 2000 Summer Olympic in Sydney, Australia. Rugby is a sport played by 2 teams of 50 people on a field. The objective of the game is to gain more points than the opposing team in 80 minutes of playing time. Points are gained by scoring tries, carrying the ball into the opponent's try zone, or kicking goals. At each end of the playing field, there is a field goal made out of balls shaped like the letter H. A goal is scored when a player kicks the ball through the top of the eight of the other team's goal.
Shooting was one of the 9 events at the first modern Olympic Games in Athens in 1896. It is an individual sport in which competitors must shoot at stationary or moving targets, scoring points for accuracy. There are 15 different shooting events at the Olympic Games, according to a variety of firearms, classes and positions.